YouTube, what's cracking? It's your boy. You already know what the deal is.
YouTube, what's up? It's your boy 360 Jeezy, and in this video,
if you don't know me, then let me introduce myself. My name's Pablo, but I go by Playboy Blends on Instagram. So hit me up. You can message me. You can see my haircuts. Follow me on TikTok as Playboy Blends 13. Facebook, Soy Pablito. We do a bunch of vlogs and stuff right there. So I want to tell you guys that I started my barber career right here in Mexico. I had to start from the bottom, guys. Like, I didn't even know I was gonna make videos at all. You know, God has plans for everybody. Didn't know that I was gonna cut hair at all, to be honest. I was around like gangs and stuff and all that stuff when I was around 14, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. And eventually I got locked up. I went to jail for 3 years. I got sentenced to 6 years, and I honestly only did 3 years and like 3 months. And I came out in 2019. I was 16 when I got locked up. I'm making this video because I wanna give you guys hope in a way, you know? My life isn't perfect, and there's a lot of people out there that don't have a life that's perfect either, man. Like, some people don't have enough money like to start a barber career. So I want to share with you guys how I struggled. If I could do it, you guys can do it. And I'm at a part of my life right now where, like, say this is the timeline, I'm like right here, guys, like in the middle. Not in the middle, but like a little bit below the middle, guys. And I got locked up when I was 16 years old. I got deported because I didn't have papers. You know, I probably should have listened to my mom and dad when they told me, don't go out there with your friends, don't do this. Yeah, they were right, 100% right, guys. But, you know, I think that God always has a plan for everybody. Like I said, I didn't want to cut hair at all, guys. Like, I came out of jail and my dad was like, son, study anything you want. Become a doctor, become a cop, become anything you want. And I said, Dad, I don't want to waste your money. I don't want to waste your money like that. Because what if I become a doctor, and the career to become a doctor is like 8 years, guys? So I'm like, I don't want to waste like 8 years of my life. Like, and what if I get a girl pregnant? You know, I'm going to waste my dad's money. And so I didn't want to do that because my parents don't have money like that. We're Mexicans and they're illegal. So yeah, so that was one thing I always had in my mind. Like, I don't want to waste my pops, like, and my mom and dad's money just like that. So I had to really think about it. And like, right before I got out of jail, they told me, Pablo, I had like 3 months left, and they told me, Pablo, you're gonna come out in 8 days because you finished school, and you know, and you're gonna be free in 8 days. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I thought I had a month left, but nah, they said 8 days. And I'm like, oh shit, when I get out, I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna do all this and I'm gonna go with the girls and all that. But just know that something crazy happened, guys. Something really crazy happened. So you want to know what the crazy thing that happened? Like, I was just chilling in my room one day, and like, I think God just came up to me, or like, he didn't come up to me, but like, he came into me, I think, probably. All right, so God probably like spoke to me one day, and like, I started thinking about everything I did wrong, guys. Like, about everything, like from being little to being grown. I started feeling really guilty, guys, and like, I would like pray to God all the time. I would tell him, God, please help me. God, like, I didn't mean to do this. God, like, you know, and you know my heart. I didn't mean to do it. Please forgive me. Please do this for me. Please do that. I'm like, please, God, forgive me. And I would go to sleep, like, not crying, but scared. I would wake up scared. I wouldn't even come out of my room, guys. And I used to do the laundry. And I remember, like, I just wanted to confess, you know, and tell, like, my parents about everything I did, guys. But I just couldn't, you know. There's some things that you just can't confess. And you got to confess up to the Lord up above, you know. I didn't know that until, like, now. But, I just felt really guilty. I started going to church every day, you know, just looking for answers. One day, I was feeling like probably you could say depressed, but I'm like, Pablo, me, depressed? No, heck no. Like, I'm not depressed. Like, that can't be me, you know? Just know that one day I woke up and I had this feeling where I was like I didn't wake up with that guilt anymore. And I told God, when I get out, I'm gonna help a bunch of people and I'm gonna do a bunch of things for you. Like, this and that. But obviously the devil doesn't want you to do all that good stuff. So the devil, like I don't know, like he made me do a bunch of other stuff, like drink, smoke, and a bunch of crazy stuff, guys. And I was doing that for like 2 years. And I would walk around and I would be like, Lord, please help me. Like, I don't want to smoke for the rest of my life. I don't want to drink for the rest of my life. Please help me. And I felt like he didn't answer my prayers. Like, I really didn't. Like, so that happened. And my parents were telling me, like, study whatever you want. And I'm like, I don't want to be a cop. I don't want to do this because I promised God that I was going to help him. So I'm like, all right, so what can I do that I can actually help God with? And my dad just eventually, he told me, dang, it's hella hot here in Mexico. He told me, son, just go become a teacher and just do that. And because you speak English, you could teach people English over there in Mexico. And I'm like, man, I don't see myself being a teacher for the rest of my life, to be honest. I don't see myself being a teacher, man. I don't want to be a teacher. This is where my life takes a really, really big turn, guys, like a real big turn. But my life takes a really big turn right here because I'm like, all right, man, I don't want to waste my dad's money, and I don't want to become a teacher, but I have to do something, man. I don't know what to do in my life, right? But my dad has sent me an old pair of clippers, the plug-in clippers, you know, the wall clippers. In jail, I always wanted to cut the homie's hair, but they would always gas my shit. They would be like, nah, you can't cut. Like, so I always wanted like to actually hold the machine and actually have the time to finish a haircut. Now that I have a machine and I have my little cousin right here with me, I can finish a cut and actually see if I'm good or not. I actually finished the cut and I wasn't that bad. I even gave him like a little comb over line right here. And one thing I always had is creativity and imagination, right? So when I moved to live with my cousin, with my aunt, her daughter was gonna become a teacher, right? And my dad was like, just go become a teacher with her. And I'm like, all right, like, fuck it, I guess I'll go do it, you know? I translated my grades into Mexican grades and all that good stuff. Like, I think I gotta give my props to 360 Jeezy. I just seen 360 Jeezy cutting hair, and I would just learn from him, and he would just be hella funny, and like something in me just told me like, cut hair. Like before I decided to go ahead and try to do like become a teacher, I remember my dad just telling me, become a barber or something. And I'm like, I don't want to become a barber, man. Like, I don't want to do that the rest of my life. What the hell? I don't want to cut hair. And that's why I want to tell you guys that God has a purpose for everybody. And eventually I found 360 Jeezy, and I started learning. I'm like, oh shit, like, damn, this haircut's bad. Oh, damn, this is cool, this and that. And I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah. And I started walking all around Mexico where I used to live because I knew nobody, guys. I knew nobody. And I started walking around asking people like, hey, like, can I cut your hair? And they're like, no, what the hell? Like, you look like a gay man, bro. Some people would let me, and they would give me like 15 pesos, 30 pesos, which is like $1, bro, for a haircut. I went struggling like that for like a long time, and would just walk in the sun and just like that, you know? So what I want to tell you guys is that if you really want to learn how to cut hair, you can do the same thing. It doesn't matter if you live in Mexico or in the United States. If you know nobody, if you don't know anyone, you can walk around your block and you could ask people, hey, do you need a haircut? You don't need perfect machines like wireless machines. You could use a plug-in machine. As long as you really want to learn, you can learn. So yeah, I was just learning, but I didn't know that barbering was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I just remember like walking and telling people like, do you need a haircut? Do you need a haircut? No, all right. Like getting rejected a couple times. That's when I learned something very valuable in life. When you get rejected, it doesn't mean you're always gonna get rejected. Keep knocking on other people's door, and that's what I did. I just kept knocking and looking like for other clients and stuff. And eventually I got offered a job, right? Like at a beauty salon. I don't know what it's called, like a little estetica. It's not a barbershop. And they hired me there. I learned there, and then I went and I actually went into my first barbershop, but it was just too far and I wasn't making money and stuff like that. I want to get back to the school part. Like my dad and my mom, they sent me, that's why I love my parents. They sent me my first machine, like my first Babyliss machine and my first wall magic clips. And I also want to give a shout out to Babyliss, because Babyliss is also one of the reasons why I started to like cutting hair, because I just seen the machines that they weren't just any regular machine. Like they actually were like gold and rose gold, and they had the like the barbell grip and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, like these things are cool, right? That's why I love Babyliss now, because Babyliss is one of the machines that actually like you could say like changed my life in a way, like because now I cut hair. And going back to that school part, like I dropped out of that school, like to become a teacher. I just quit because I was like, I'm just gonna dedicate myself to barbering and this and that. And yeah, there was like bumps along the road where I would relapse and I would smoke and drink and all that, like all that good stuff. But thankfully right now I don't do that, and I didn't even know I was gonna make videos. That's the crazy part too, bro, because I remember I just wanted like, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna film myself, and once I become a beast, I'm gonna be able to look back and see how I actually learned. And then guess what? I found out that I can make videos and edit videos and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, this thing is crazy. And then I remember like I love like just the whole concept of making videos. I didn't even know you could actually get paid for it, none of that. Like I just like making them. So eventually like going back to that God part, like I would walk like through these mountains. Look at these mountains, guys. Look at these mountains, guys. This is how Mexico looks. That's my car right there. But I would walk and I would tell God, God, please help me. Like I really want to do what I want to keep my word, because you know when you feel so thankful and you just want to like repay them in like any possible way. Like I'm like, oh, God, just please like help me help you, like help me do good things, that I like help me keep my promise that I promised you. And I'm like, how can I do this? How can I keep my promise? And guys, I don't want to speak like too much on this, but just know that I came up with a plan, like a real good plan. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys. Well, my plan basically is just to have a lot of barbershops, guys, a lot of barbershops, and keep doing YouTube, actually do YouTube for a living. Like in this channel, you're gonna find vlogs, you're gonna see me eat in different restaurants, you're gonna see me do a bunch of crazy stuff, guys. Like because why? Because I promised God that I was gonna help him, and there's a lot of businesses here that need like exposure, small businesses, you know, that, and I would get into that a little bit deeper, but I don't want to make this video too long. But well, I'm gonna tell you guys anyways, and I'll just edit it. But like first I wanted to do commercials, and I was like, oh my God, like because I wanted to help the people like that, just make them commercials, and like just to keep my promise, right? And then I was like, all right. And then I did the same thing. I went and I started knocking on people's businesses, and I got to do a couple commercials, and just like a couple commercials, right? And then I started putting everything together, and I was like, what if I eat at a restaurant and then just like tell people to go? And that's what I do now. I eat at restaurants, and I like tell people, oh, come over here to this restaurant and try the food, it's amazing. And that's what I started doing. Like that's my first thing. That's what I do on my videos. And then the second thing is YouTube. I'm making YouTube videos right now to entertain you guys and to show you guys what Mexico is like, you know. And I want to give you guys hope, because like I know for a fact, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Like I really believe in myself. Like I 100% believe in myself. Like I 100%, I just can't explain it, but I 100% believe in myself. And I used to work for somebody, right, at a barbershop, but then I'm like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta do my own stuff. And guys, I made this barbershop, and that's why I want to tell you guys that if you're a barber, you don't gotta have the best things, guys. You don't have to have the best barbershop. You don't have to have, if you want to blog, you don't have to have the best phone or the best of everything. You know, you can just start with what you have and just learn from there. Because right now I have an iPhone and I'm filming on an iPhone, and once I had an Android, and I learned a lot of things, guys, throughout my journey, right? I want to show you guys the shop, the barber shop, and I want you guys to stay tuned to this channel, you know, so you can see the actual journey. Because like I said, not everybody has everything in their hand. Not everybody is in a perfect situation where you can buy cameras, where you can buy like your first like badass machine. Not everybody can, right, the first time. So I want to give you guys hope, and I want you guys to see the journey, because I come from the bottom, but my goal is to make it to the top with that thing that I have, with that promise that I promised God, right, to help people. From that promise that I kept, that I told God, this is what I have now. All right, guys, so after I quit my job, I put this together. Well, the house was already there. It's called the Barber house. But the crazy thing about this little house right here is that it was once my grandpa's. My grandpa, rest in peace, he built this. And those gloves right there, before I got arrested, I actually wanted like to become a professional boxer when I was younger. That was my dream. But this is how my barber shop looks like. That's my barber chair. I have my mirror right there, a ring light right there. And I want to show you guys this, because this is very special to me, because, well, I actually have a mess right now. It's a little bit dirty, but this right here is actually like very special to me, because the homie Marty Blends sent me like some guards. It kind of broke right there because I made Marty a video and I had it up there trying to get like a perfect shot, and it actually fell, so it cracked. I have to get one of these. But the homie Arlen signed it, which honestly means a lot too, and he wrote me like a little motivational letter right there, and it just fits my life perfectly. He didn't know, but it fits my life perfectly. Just wanted to remind you to keep working hard towards your goals. Sometimes life might seem hard, but never give up. That's very true right there, guys. So I use this as a base for my machines, but we're working on getting some actual furniture and like a little refrigerator. So the thing that like blows my mind, honestly, is that, you know, there's a saying that says like we live in such a small world, but honestly that's a lie. We live in a humongous world, in a very big world, and there's a lot of people, like a lot of people that would love a signature, you know, just from the homie Arlen, like from the MOB team, right? Like the actual team, or like the mob, you know? And out of everyone in this world, like, it's me. Out of everybody in this world, man, I got it. It just means a lot, like, to be honest. Like, I just can't explain it, like, honestly, like, it just blows my mind. God is great, guys. God is great. And yeah, man, I just appreciate everybody, everybody in my life, you know. And I'm just a very thankful guy, and I'm just thankful, you know. That's exactly how I started my barber career. So let me know if you guys have something similar. Has God ever changed? How did God change your life? How, I don't know. I don't even know if people are gonna see this video, but you know, I just wanted to make this video. Something told me to make it. So, and welcome to the channel. It's your boy Playboy Blends, and I'm gonna leave some old videos of how I started cutting hair and stuff right here at the end. I don't know you guys, but thank you guys so much for everything, guys. And together we're gonna make it, guys. Together we're gonna make it. But obviously it ain't easy, but we're gonna put in the work, guys. So much love to everybody, and I love you guys. It's cracking. YouTube really out here hooking people up with haircuts, you know. That's this man right here, right now. Oiga, ¿quiere un corte de pelo o qué? No? Arre. First turn down of the day, you know, but I'm gonna keep it pushing to get a little bit more money, because that's how we do.
And finally, I said, John Leslie, I'm bored. I don't want to play you anymore. And I got up. I said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. John Leslie said, no, you can't go now, Dad. I said, why? He said, it's not over until I win. That was his attitude. We sat down and we played several other games. And finally, after the 11th game, John Leslie won, and he got up and he yawned. And he said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. And I'm saying to you, what if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The cars repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.